Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk. I'm joined as always by my brother Bill. How you doing?
I am doing quite well. And doing this many episodes in a row is going to get me drunk.
Yeah, we are doing some back-to-backs.
Back to back.
It might get a little less coherent as we go on.
As we go along.
I'm very excited to be talking
to me.
Disney always excited to be talking to you.
Right. Before we say anything, because I did say it before, please take my most sincerest gratitude for everyone who has subscribed, and most sincerest, please don't unsubscribe. Please, you people who've unsubscribed, please come back. I need subscribers or I am going to die. So please like and subscribe. And we thank every one of you who is watching right now, who isn't subscribed. You know, we appreciate you, even though you aren't subscribed.
Yeah, that's
welcome.
Cool. If you just want to hang out in the shadows, that's.
You're all like a weird dude who's like coming into my room essentially and just like sitting down while I'm talking to like 36 people, and then you sat down and don't nobody know you, but it's cool. You don't gotta subscribe. You weirdo.
Yeah, that's cool. Today we are talking about the Disney Plus Marvel series She-Hulk.
Let me tell you something. If you like this show, you're going to love this fucking episode. I'm going to tell you. If you like our show, I'm saying, not this show, you're going to love this episode.
Well, what were your initial thoughts on this episode? Not this episode. We were talking about episodes specifically, but we're talking about the whole kit and caboodle. Talking about doing.
If you've ever seen this show before, then that means you know that I consider ourselves to be Black Siskel and Ebert. Yeah, we're critics. That's what we do here. That's what we do, right? We criticize movies and television. We're critics.
Sure.
Oh, you're not? You don't criticize movies and television?
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
You said sure, very disparaging. Sure, like you don't do it. Like if you act like I said, you don't have butt sex. You don't.
Finish your point.
My point is, I have only one thing to say as a critic about this show. It stinks.
It's funny because like a couple weeks ago you said that it's a good show.
I said I've been. I did not say it was a good show. I said I've been watching.
You said it's good show. Those were the words that you said.
No, I did not say.
I'm very surprised that you said that.
I did not say it was a good show. It's like a really bad show. I liked. I don't think I liked the Daredevil episode. You probably heard me say that was a good episode. Like I liked that episode.
No, this was before that.
Because I was talking to you. No, I was talking to you about that episode specifically. I didn't really talk to you about this show at all, really, because it's how bad. I don't want to talk about bad shows all the time. We've been talking about Lord of the Rings or the Rings of Power. I can't be talking about bad shit all the time. This one was bad, bro. The spacing, the timing, the pacing, like just random stuff for no reason. We about to get into all of it though.
No, I really like this show. I thought it was like a nice just sitcom. I like the fact that the stakes were pretty low.
In which way is it a sitcom? Sitcoms take place in mostly one place.
Because it's a situational comedy. That's like,
which situation was situational? Because like there wasn't even there was like not any real situations. It was just all.
There weren't any situations in the show that like
there wasn't even an ending. There wasn't even a real ending. Like there was all scatterbrained fucking thoughts of bullshit randomly throughout a fucking television show. I mean, I'm not the only one who feels this way. The internet hates
You're definitely not the only person who feels this way, but I'm also not the only person who like the show.
If there's like 20% of you and there's 80% of me. I mean, that's just really about the numbers. I mean, seriously. Also,
I'm taking your word for it because I haven't listened
Rotten
to
Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes had a score for this show before it even fucking came all the way out. Like, that was stupid. Like,
I mean, Rotten Tomatoes, they can't really pay attention to anything.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's universal, though. It doesn't really apply here, what you're talking about. I understand what you're saying, but, like, this is Disney. It should at least be objective, and it still is just stupid.
I mean, I pay more attention to, like, Metacritic.
They had it. No, I'm not saying probably. They definitely took a check to fucking do that. To give that rating, because there was no way that you said that shit was 80 or 90%, whatever the fuck it was. Boo.
Yeah, I mean, I liked like the fourth wall breaking, and like I like the way that it felt like a sitcom, because there's so many times before this where Marvel pretends to like. You know, like
you have to explain to me where it felt like a sitcom.
I mean, it's like just like a 30 like
where did it feel like a sitcom?
Every episode just kind of wrapped up like it was just like this is a sitcom trope of like she's trying to get
reoccurring characters that like not randomness.
You mean
most
like
of the characters on this show were random as hell, and so like I don't know. Friends takes place mostly at their house and the cafe.
I mean, and Cheers only takes place in the bar, but
I'm just saying situational comedy. That's one.
Those are two examples. There's shows
how about
like
Me and the Boys? How about Smart Guy? How about?
Those are all shows that came out like those are.
No,
all
I can keep naming sitcoms. I'm just gonna name every sitcom ever, and it's all the same. Balcony. What was it? Trading Places. Not Trading Places. What was the name of that show?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel you, but there's also shows. There are also shows that take place in more than one setting, and like
not sitcoms. Plenty of shows, but not sitcoms. I'm just saying sitcom. I've already did all the research on this because I knew you was gonna say that, and it ain't no. It was just not a sitcom. That's how they presented it as when they were doing the marketing for it, but that did not play out like a sitcom.
Fair enough. I mean, like, I can see why you didn't like it, but you just see, for me, it felt like a show about a person who is trying to be a lawyer and a superhero at the same time. And
that was what the show was. Yeah, definitely, that's what the show was about. But it wasn't. But it wasn't about anything. Like that means it's a show about nothing.
Most sitcoms aren't like. That's what I liked about like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia isn't about anything, and it doesn't have like.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is if you comparing those, then if that was to even be the bar for this television show, it would have failed drastically.
I'm not saying that it's
none of these episodes were good enough on their own to stand alone to even consider it a sitcom. None of these shows were good enough on their own. These episodes were good enough on their own to be like a situational comedy. This was just not a good show, which is a shame because the actress did an amazing job playing the character. All the actors did really good jobs.
That's one thing we definitely agree on. Tatiana Maslany, I thought that was great casting. She was really funny.
It was completely wasted. And I think I looked at it completely like, they just gave a girl a show because they needed to give a girl a show because they didn't treat this seriously. They could have did this way better. Like the She-Hulk comic is doper than this show could ever imagine to have been, and that is a very large disservice to the character. Is a very large disservice to the character and to the future experience for people when this character is going to be in different things. You know what I'm saying? The development of this character matters, not just because, I want to be entertained, but because, look at what happened to what's happened to Brie Larson. Like, I want to start t-shirts. Where is Brie Larson? You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't ever hardly see her. She's not like guest starring in everybody's shit. She ain't even, it's been fucking years since she even had her movie. And it took years to even get them to greenlight her movie. Like, this is what I'm saying. If you don't notice the marginalization of women, they will continue to erase you all from the fucking history book. It's just they're giving you soft serve ice cream in 182-degree heat and you outside. Like, I'm just saying it may seem cool, but when you get to the third, fourth lick and it's dripping down your arm and your dress is all messed up or your pants is all messed up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you're not as happy about that soft serve ice cream. That's all I'm saying.
What did you think of the CGI that everybody was making a big fuss about before the show?
It sucked at the beginning. It got better at the end. which they seem to use less of. And then they even made a joke about how the special effects guys was writing on something else, which I think is the real reason they had that shit-ass ending. And people like that ending. Even Heavy Spoilers said he liked it at first. Then he, towards the end of his video, he goes, and more that I sit with it, I feel like I probably don't really like it. It's like, and the more you sit with it, you go, but we could have actually did an ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have just, why do we have to marginalize this character and not give her a fucking ending? Like, everybody, I'm just saying, bro, like, if they did that on my show, I'd be like, nah, y'all got to change this shit because this is not right. They cheaped out. They did the last 7 minutes of the fucking episode on a fourth wall break where the character barely said anything, and then we didn't even get any real, like, it was just bullshit, bro. It was bullshit.
The
fourth wall breaks throughout the show were cool, but like that specific thing was not actually worth it, and it was dumb. But I think it was really because they ran out of money. I think they really ran out of CGI budget and couldn't keep doing stuff with her.
Well, the show was working, fighting an uphill battle for sure. There are reports that the team would be told to write a scene a certain way. They basically be like, "Oh, give us more She-Hulk," and then a week later they'd be like, "Could you give us less She-Hulk because that's expensive? Could you write us some scenes where she's not She-Hulk?" And then there was some rearranging where apparently a lot of stuff in the first episode with Hulk and Jen was supposed to happen in like the final episode. So like there was a lot of like, and this was like after it was shot. So there was a lot of like rearranging and reshoots in there, which is why
makes sense. You could take that first whole scene, that whole first episode, you could take that and put it at the end. Easy.
Yeah, and I think that's why the first and last episodes are like two of the like the clunkiest for me. Like they felt really messy. Even like Tatiana Maslany at some point is like, "This is really messy." No, I was like, "Yeah, it really is."
Yeah, it's really messy at the end of the end. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I think that last part was all reshoots.
Oh yeah, you think so?
No, I know it is because this was reported. That was all reshoots. So
okay.
that means they probably had an ending and was like, yeah, we gotta just use less She-Hulk. We need less She-Hulk. Let's just use some of them treatments that we have of her just walking and put her in the studio here. It's real easy. We're already in the studio. We can just shoot the backlot and fucking we're good, dude. We probably got some stock photo of backlot. Let's just use that. That's what happened, bro. Like that's what we watched. And like I'm not gonna just be okay with that. I'm not going to be just okay with some half-ass mediocre fucking $1 million of television put on my screen and I have to pay for it. Bullshit. No. You see this girl right here?
I want my money back. I want all my money back.
Monetized. She's marginalized. She's marginalized.
I don't really. I personally don't feel like it's that like that big a deal. I mean, because
you shouldn't have to.
You're not.
I'm fighting for women. You's clearly sexist.
Clearly. Anyway, yeah, like what did you think of the fucking like Daredevil?
That was the best episode. But that's like how I know that was a bad show. The best episode was with a nigga who did it for like 10 minutes. Also, what's up with the fucking runtime of these shows? It says it's 29 minutes and then it's like stops 20 minutes short of the goddamn end of the fucking runtime. What the fuck is that? That's bullshit, dog. Like, what are you talking about? How could you possibly support this show when they did so much stupid shit?
I mean, I wasn't like, oh man.
No, you said.
No, like, yeah, at the end of every episode, I was like, oh, why is this show so short? It's like it's 22 minutes, like most sitcoms.
It's not. It's 1 minute and 40. I checked it out. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds. I almost wrote a fucking song called 147.
The show's 1 minute?
Listen. What? Nigga, listen. 1 minute and 47 seconds of just intro and last time on She-Hulk. That's 1 minute and 47 seconds. Then you have another 7 to even 10 minutes on one episode. They had 10 minutes of end credits and artwork because it was like a 12-minute episode, bro. It was like 12, 15 minutes runtime, right? Now, if you take that time and add it to that's 10 minutes, almost 10 minutes, Alex, every single episode, 147 plus 7 minutes of fucking ending. That's almost 10 minutes of a fucking show that's not, so you can't tell me it's 22 minutes. It's not. It's just not. That's like 15 minutes of show.
About it. I feel you. I understand all that, man.
You're not
but
offended
I just
by it. That's why they gonna keep doing it. This is exactly why DC sucks. And this is what people gotta understand. No, I'm serious. This is why DC sucks, is because Marvel fans.
Shows are too short.
Marvel fans, don't listen to this nigga because he don't understand. This is because he's a DC dude. He's a DC dude who watched all those shitty TV shows that were on to CW, and he watched all that. He supported all that, and people in corporate America, they don't care if they're actually making good stuff. They care if you're watching it. And if you keep watching it, they're going to keep making it as shitty as they can. They don't care about how good the actual quality of the show is. And if you don't start saying, hey, this shit sucks, I'm not going to watch anymore, they're going to just keep making shit. DC does it all the time. They started out doing it. They had a whole universe before Marvel had a universe. Like, do not forget. And they've been fucking it up the entire time. So you want your shit to sound and look like DC shit? Keep supporting shit like this and keep not criticizing them and holding them accountable. I'm just saying, this is how capitalism really works. If you don't hold them accountable, they will keep fucking you in your ass.
That has been our Capitalism Corner. We'll be right back with Country Black. I'm just joking. But no, I do feel like, there's definitely going to be a fan base divided on this one. Did you have anything else to add about like how you felt about the season? Or
if Andor wasn't on right now, which I do kind of feel like this is why they put Andor on at the same time, because they totally conflict. Like, you don't need to put both of them on the same week. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, have them on the same time. But like, they I think that they did it because this show is not that good. And if Andor wasn't on, I think they would have lost subscribers, especially considering how bad the reviews were for Obi-Wan. And they definitely lost subscribers during Obi-Wan. I think they would have lost subscribers if Andor wasn't on. And people don't like Andor. There's people who don't like Andor as much as we like it. And She-Hulk was not good. Objectively, it just wasn't good. As much as I wanted to like it, wanted it to be good, it just wasn't. So I think they're going to see a dip in this one, and they should, as they should. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to maintain a certain level of good. You know, everything can't be the Groot TV show. Like, that's okay, that's cute, but that's not what this is. You know, this is a character that's going to have future, implications on movies and shit that's gonna happen later in the future.
Well, we'll see what happens next with this character. Guys, thank you for listening to Drunk Banthas Podcast. We try to do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Spotify, not Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, all the internet things.
Spotify. We're also on Drunkify and Podify. Y'all check us out there.
May the force be with you.